Hello, my name is Kapumichito and welcome to the Enlightened Citizen. We thank you for your support. We value your feedback and we're working to improve the content as well as the quality of our production. And as the Enlightened Citizen, we're just encouraging you to please share this message. Speak to as many people as you can about our message, because this message is very important. The things that we are speaking about are relevant to us as a people right now. We may think that we are destitute, we may think that we are orphans as a people, but we are not. There are solutions there are people with answers. Can we start engaging ourselves, trying to understand who we are, what we want to do, and where we want to be? So as the Enlightened Citizen, we just want to reaffirm that the Enlightened Citizen is one who has awoken from a sleep or from a slumber of poverty, disease, ignorance, and the Enlightened Citizen is one who has a passion for knowledge. The Enlightened Citizen is one who has a passion to question systems, whether be it religious systems or political systems. And also, we just want to encourage you that as a people, we may be going through a lot right now, but all is not lost. We need to stand up. We need to voice out. We need to speak the kind of country that we want into existence. Things don't just happen. Things happen because of the way that we want, the way that we make them ourselves. But sometimes I think as Zambians, one of the biggest mistakes that we think that there is something out there that is going to give us the country that we want, and we have given up our power. But what we are teaching you as the Enlightened Citizen is that the power to become who we want, to live the kind of life that we want to live, is with us right now. And we have to be sure and we have to be clear about who we are, what we want, and where we want to be. And as the Enlightened Citizen, I think we had mentioned that we will start talking about a vision for Zambia, what Zambia can become. And we also mentioned that we are not saying that we have a monopoly of vision and we have a monopoly of knowledge, and we are also saying that we are allowing the Zambians, we are allowing even the politicians to adopt the ideas that we are sharing on the Enlightened Citizen as their own, because at the end of the day, this is our country and we would like to develop this country. Now, are there countries that have been where we are in terms of maybe economically, where the economy is not doing well, where things are bad, and they have improved? Yes. So, you see, there's a cliche, and unfortunately, that cliche has become the truth, that if you want to hide something from an African, put it in a book. And most Africans don't read. Most Zambians don't read. So I wonder, where, if we are not reading, if we're not getting knowledge, where are we going to get the ideas to develop the country we want? How are we going to develop? Because we're not interested in reading. We're not interested in learning. So as one of the things that we want to encourage you as the Enlightened Citizen is to develop a culture of reading. And from time to time, we're going to share with you books that are relevant to the situation that we are in now, right now, and books that are relevant to improve us. So one of the countries that we can learn from as the Enlightened Citizen, or one of the cities, is Dubai, because Dubai is a city within the United Arab Emirates, which is a country, but Dubai is a city. Now, Dubai is almost heaven on earth. If you've been there, if you've never been there, if you've been there, you know what I'm talking about. If you've never been there, please find time to go and see how people have developed a country in a desert where there's nothing. There's just sand. You just see sand when you're there. There's nothing. But people saw this desert and decided that they were going to develop a country. Now, is there a blueprint? Did Dubai just fall from the sky? No. There are people there who have a vision and who are ensuring that whatever it is that they are visioning for their country is happening. So, and these people, the ideas that they have, they are not secrets. They write books. So why don't we take the time to read the person right now, maybe who is responsible for Dubai, the way it is, who has developed Dubai the way it is a sheikh. I hope I will pronounce his name, is Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum. There's a book that he has written. This is the book. It is entitled My Vision. Take the time to find this book and to read this book. It will teach you about Dubai. How Dubai was a desert. How they decided that they were going to develop this desert into heaven as it is right now. I know most of you Zambians and most of you Africans, you've been promised a heaven after you die. That is a story for another day. That is something that we will deal with on the Latin Citizen in the future. But I'm telling you, there are people who are living in heaven right now. You don't need to die to go to heaven. But you've been given a song that when you die, you go to heaven. And here you're just oppressed, you are abused, you are shot, you are killed, you are beaten, and you accept that life. And somehow the people who are abusing you are telling you that no, when you die, then you go to heaven. But so if they think that there's a better life out there and that you will, when you die is when you go to heaven, why are they alive? Why haven't they died? Why haven't they gone to heaven? Why are they still here? Why are they oppressing us? Why are they abusing us? So there is heaven on earth. You can go to a place where people respect each other, people respect the law, the country is beautiful. Everything that you never thought was possible, you can find. So one of those countries is Dubai. And how did they do it? Read this book. Find this book and read it. The title of the book is My Vision, Challenges in the Race for Excellence. The Sheikh has written another book. The same man. It's entitled My Story. Again, this is the story about Dubai, how Dubai has developed, how Dubai has moved from a desert where they were nomads, they were poverty stricken. Now Dubai is almost number one in everything that they put their mind to. So this sheikh, is he a human being? Yes, he's a person, just like you and me. Does he have blood? Yes. So why is it that whatever it is that he says is going to happen to his country happens? What power is he using? So can we be a bit more serious as people? Can we start reading? Can we start trying to learn how to improve? One of the things you learn about Dubai is that they discovered oil in the 50s, and that oil only lasted for about 20 years, and they knew that they were not going to have that oil forever. So when they discovered the oil in Dubai, then they started developing the country, but they knew that the oil would not last. So now they don't even depend on oil, they depend on tourism, they depend on trade, and they depend on financial services. Now look at Zambia, a country like Zambia where copper has been dug for more than 100 years. I think I mentioned in one of the videos. I don't even know what is happening underground in the copper belt. Sometimes I fear that the copper belt one day will wake up and won't find it. Because no one is even doing any research to find out those holes underground, what's happening? Won't the ground just swallow the town one day? Because you can't dig for so long, but whatever you've been digging, you've never used it for anything. Your people are still suffering. What is going on as a people? And why are we just sitting and what are we waiting for? Can we be a bit more serious? Again, the same person has written another book. It's entitled Reflections on Happiness and Positivity. The same person. So Dubai, those of us who like going there, and we are enjoying, and we're even stealing public funds, and we are buying to my things there, like a house, to my apartment. Why can you not develop your own country? What is the problem? So why am I sharing this book? Is there a blueprint for development? Yes. Are there answers for development? Yes. Are there people? Can we be serious? Let's read the books. Our politicians, half of them, maybe the cabinet, if you went to them, ask them if they've seen, if any of them has read these books I have shown, or they even know about it. I don't think anyone of them. Maybe this is a challenge. Maybe I think all of them have never even read about this. But they go to Dubai. They shop in Dubai. They go on holiday, whatever, with the stolen money. Because in Dubai, one of the things that happens is when you're just walking in the malls, you find people who are approaching you because they've got such an infrastructure development program. So they're always building and selling to foreigners. So they approach you. Are you interested to buy? And if you're interested, the process starts. You can just within a mall you can buy an apartment in Dubai. That's how simple they've made the system. So these politicians, they stolen money here, they steal money from the poor here, then they go and invest there. But do they even understand the system that is working there? So why don't we try and understand what is, yes, Dubai is a successful place, but what is behind the success? Why don't we try and become a bit more serious and just ask the right questions? The other city-state also that I would like to speak about is the country is Singapore. Again, if you've been to Singapore, you will see that it's heaven. Again, I'm telling you, my friend, you do not have to die to go to heaven. If that is the song if that is the song that has been sung to you, that's what you're waiting for, to die to go to heaven, then you're a fool. Because the person who is telling you that you can only go to heaven when you die, why is he still alive? Why hasn't he died himself? But he's the one who is oppressing you, he's the one stealing from you. There is a book which is almost a blueprint of development. This book is entitled From Third World to First World by Lee Kuan Yew. Lee Kuan Yew was the founding Prime Minister of Singapore. This is a blueprint of development. You can read this book, it will teach you that Singapore, and even Dubai actually, at the time they were getting independent, or at the time they were becoming, when they were running their own affairs from the British, they didn't even have as much money as we have, or as many resources as we have, but they have developed from third world countries to first world countries to developed countries. So, is there hope for Zambia? Yes. Are there solutions for Zambia? Yes. Do our politicians read these books? No. Because if they read these books, they would understand. So, how do you develop? You develop with knowledge, reading the books, speaking to experts, inviting experts, looking at the situation. What can we do? But our politicians, they can't even have a discussion with the IMF. The IMF cannot even have a meeting with them. Or even if they have a meeting, nothing comes out. Because I don't know where they are getting the ideas they're getting. Do they read? No. But do they have parties? Yes. Always drinking, always having a nice time. But as a people, why are we allowing that culture? So on the United Citizen, we are going to, these books that we have shared, there are more books that we'll be sharing. We're going to give you ideas about how these countries that we like to go to, that we like to visit, how they developed. They are human beings. They are like you and me, who are responsible for the development, who love their people so much and have developed their countries. So can Zambia develop? Yes. Is there hope for Zambia? Yes. And where does it start from? It starts from here. Listening to the message, sharing the message, speaking the word of what we want to see in our country. Every day we should not get tired until the Zambia that we want, the heaven on earth, comes to us. Thank you very much. Once again, my name is Kapungu Chito on the United Citizen. And again, we encourage you, please, you the silent citizen, if you feel like you have no platform, share our video to as many people as you know. Talk about the ideas that we're talking about. Share these ideas. Say what you want. Speak the word of the kind of country that you want. Let's not accept this mediocrity and this nonsense that is going on. Can we speak the word of the Zambia that we want to live in? Can we see a developed Zambia within our lifetime? Can we stop this nonsense of wanting to go to heaven when we die? Can we see heaven here on earth? Because there are people who are living in heaven here on earth. All you need to do is just to jump on a plane and just land in heaven. You see, people are living normal lives. Can we see that life here in Zambia? Thank you very much. Until next time, stay blessed.